Hi, my name is Dasun and I'm CEO of DASCX Consulting. We are a customer experience and digital transformation consultancy based here in Melbourne, Australia. So let's start off with number one. What is the first thing in this list of the strategies you can use to improve your customer experience within your e-commerce website? Number one is the appearance of the website. The appearance of the website is very important, because when the first time a person lands on your website, they have to feel safe, they have to feel like you're a professional establishment, so they can actually go and spend more money. Because if your site looks like a dodgy site and doesn't have a good appearance, look and feel, obviously your customer is not gonna come and make a purchase. So think about it like, if your physical store is broken down and it's not clean or anything like that, the people are not going to come in, walk through the door and make a purchase. The same thing applies on a website. So the look and feel, the appearance of the website has to be professional, has to be clean, and has to match the value of the products that you sell. If you sell a $10 product, yeah, you can go with a $10 looking design. But if you're selling luxury products like say $1,000, couple of $1,000, you have to make sure that your website matches the value of the products you have, so the people can safely use their credit card. They don't have to think twice about spending money on a website or on your products. So that's number one, the appearance of the site. Number two is less gimmicky, high flashy things on the website. This is important because I just mentioned that the appearance is important, but then again, it has to be subtle, it has to be user friendly. I recently visited one of the websites, and you have to chase the add to cart button, because as soon as you go over it, it just has these little animations and things like that. This is not even like a unknown product. This is a well-known product, a chocolate company in Australia. So you have to make sure that you use user-friendly standard elements so the customers can understand it, look at it, and just know what to do. Because animations and all nice, there are places you can actually do this. There are places you can actually have your videos, have your graphics, have your animations. But the whole purpose of a website, e-commerce website, is to sell a product. So you have to make sure you keep the graphics and the animation and fancy stuff away from the main flow of the information. So the people don't have to chase buttons, people don't have to people won't be getting distracted by them. So you have to pay more attention to that one. So that's number two. Number three is, again, I highlighted about the importance of the main purpose of a website. The call to action button, having clear, precise, specific call to action buttons on an e-commerce website is very important. For an example, if you actually, your main purpose is for a person to add a product to cart, go to the checkout and make the purchase. Simple as that, because you have to make sure you let them do that with a very clear way, with clear action items. If your customer has to work out, okay, I added the product to cart, or how to add the product to cart and things like that, that's not really good. So so you have to make sure that you give them clear instruction, clear action, call to action items throughout the customer buying journey. So that's very important. The one tip is, make sure your website has add to cart buttons even on the listing pages. Wherever you're showing a product on the website, make sure you have an add to cart button, because I have seen a lot of companies, a lot of sites focus on the design, great designs, but then when you actually look at the product, you actually have to think for a second, do I have to go in? How do I add the product to cart? So you have to go into the product page and then add. It's not too bad, but you have to make sure that you allow customer to add the product to cart as soon as possible. So sending a customer to a product page is fine to add to cart, but if I'm a returning customer, I don't want to go into the product page and have do another additional click. I want to be able to do it as soon as I land on the page that I have on the product, as soon as I find the product I want to add to the cart. So there you go. That's the next one, that you have to make sure you have clear call to action items within the website, so you can get customer to add the product to cart as soon as they want and go through the checkout and make the purchase. Number 4 is giving them enough information to make the buying decision within the product detail page or throughout the customer buying journey. So one of the things I've noticed in some of the companies are some of the products have like 5-6 images, but some of the products only have 1 image, and that image looks really bad. So if I'm a customer, I'm not going to actually go and purchase that product unless I really know this is the product. I actually come into the site, I'm going to find this product and I'm going to buy it. I don't care about the look and feel of the website. I don't care about the content, things like that. That's nice. But then again, you have to make sure that you actually introduce your product to new customers. So how you do that to your new customers is you have to provide them, share them more information, show them more image of the product, have a good description, have specification, have experiences on the site. So you can actually explain to them, this is how you can use this product. So one of the things actually research we did back in the day when I was working for a wine company was we look at the buying trends within Amazon in the US. So we look at five similar products, and we actually worked out, we use the data, obviously, statistically, people tend to purchase more of the product where they actually have more information on the product detail page, higher quality graphics, a good, clear description, product descriptions, user-friendly product titles, experiences, how they can enjoy the products. So in the wine experience, like what is the story of the winery, the reviews of the product, the awards product won, and things like that. So those are the things that actually going to help your customers to make that feel comfortable and purchase the product. So that's all, again, customer experience, because you do the customer, why you want to improve customer experience is so people actually will come and make a purchase on your website, and you're going to improve more returning customers, and you're going to keep helping these customers to come more and make more purchases. So there you go. That's the next one. So number five is actually sharing experiences. Sharing experiences are very important when it's come to improving customer experience on a website, because it's one thing to have a product image and talk about a product, but it is always a nice thing for you to share product experiences on a website. This is more like a business development strategy as well for an e-commerce website, so you can actually get people to buy more. But also this actually improve the customer experience. This actually help customer how they can use your product in their life. This can be anything from, like, let's say you are selling ice cream. So it can be anything about, this is what you can, how you can make a milkshake. This is a really nice milkshake or something like that. Or if you sell baking goods, this is what you can make out of your products or experiences. So this is very important. A lot of companies actually share these stories in their social media platforms as well. This is how you can actually go from it can be very bland product, just instead of just selling the product, you should be able to sell the experience on your website as well. So that's number 5. Number 6 is a simple, clean, and a secure checkout process. This is very important. Checkout process is actually where your customers have the more tendency to leave. If your checkout process is complex and doesn't feel secure, customers not going to put their credit card and make a purchase, because these days security is paramount when it's come to online purchasing. So you have to make sure you make your customer feel safe. Make sure you use a prominent or well-respected payment gateway. So your customers don't have to, think twice, Google who's this payment gateway is. Can I put my website, put my credit card or something like that? If you're a local business, banks are a good bet. Or if you can't find a well-known payment gateway, if you're an international organization, if you sell internationally, then I always recommend going with a well-known organization. So that's very important. Some companies allow multiple payment options, like you can actually have PayPal and all those options. So the people who actually trust PayPal, they can actually rely on PayPal, and the others can use the credit card. So having a good payment gateway is very important. Again, within the payment gateway, a lot of these within the checkout process, another area that you need to focus on is shipping information. You have to make sure you provide clear information around what kind of shipping options available to the customer, so they can actually make an informed decision when they're actually selecting the shipping option. Whether you have multiple shipping options or whether you only have one shipping option, one of the things you should do is to have an estimated delivery date when the customer is selecting the shipping option, which is very important. So that's actually the tip. Make sure that in your customer, in your shipping, when they're selecting the shipping method, you include the estimated delivery time in there. This is a really good thing to do, and the customers actually love it. So there you go, guys. That's the number 6. Number 7 is the order confirmation page. Again, order confirmation page must have the products that the customer ordered, and it must also have clear information around where customer can actually go and find the status of their order. This is very important. I've seen several sites very recently. You go there, you only show the product information, and everything else you have no idea how to go and check the product, if there's an issue with the product, what you can do, and things like that. So highly recommend that you actually include instructions on how to track your order progress, what to do if your order was damaged, how to do a return, and with links to your return policy, and so on. So that's number 7. Number 8. So now you place the order. Now that your customer placed the order, so the next one is fulfillment. It is very important that you actually fulfill your orders as soon as possible. One of the most annoying thing as a customer is if you can see your order has been placed, but it hasn't been fulfilled for days, right? That's not really good on tracking or anything. So you have to make sure you have clear processes and systems in place, operational systems in place to fulfill an order at least within 24 to 48 hours. Anything beyond that is not ideal. So if there are any delays, you have to make sure you have systems in place to let the customer know, apologize to the customer. Hey, look, Mr. Customer, there is a problem with your product. We can't fulfill it on time. This is what we are doing it. So you have to let them know. You're not saying that you're going to refund it, but you just let them know there's a slight delay in that. So that's number 8. Make sure that you fulfill the product as soon as possible. The number 9 is giving full visibility into the shipping delivery process. So you ship the product, but you must be able to share the statuses, all the statuses with the customer at each level. When the order has been packed, you should be able to let the customer know your order is being packed. Some companies go to the lengths of saying the name of the person who's packing the order is packing your order. Likewise, it actually gives that personalized touch. But I think it's a very nice thing to do if possible, but at least let them know your order is being packed, your order is ready to be shipped, is ready to be picked, or the courier has picked up your order is on the way. So most of the companies can track and communicate the statuses up until the courier picks it up. Then mostly the communication and the tracking falls into the courier. The certain companies do share, like here in Australia, Auspos does have that option to share that information as the product goes through their fulfillment process. So delivery process. So those things you must be able to share that information with the customer. So when the customer actually visits the website, they can actually see then the customer view the order status. They can actually see where the order is at. One of the actually great examples is Wild Earth website here in Australia. I have no association with them. I love how detailed they are when it's come to communicating the shipping options and things like that. So that's what you should do. One other tip is actually you can utilize emails or SMSs to let customers know when their order has been shipped. That is actually really nice touch, and it'll actually take your customer experience to the next level, and it'll make customers happy. Like again, going back to that experience, that the Wild Earth is not a cheap place. I can get the products I buy from them much more cheaper somewhere else, but I still go in there because the customer experience, that experience I had when I first went there, very important. That's why we are actually looking at customer experience when it's come to e-commerce website. It is important to make a customer come back for more. They're going to keep coming back for more and purchasing from you. So there you go. Actually, I have another bonus just popped into my mind. So number 10 is clear refund and return policy. Refund and return policy is very important, and it has to be clear. So the customer should be able to, without calling people and without jumping hoops, should be able to understand, okay, this is the return policy and this is the refund policy. So they should be able to do it without any problems. One of the things I would recommend is you have, as a business, you should have a return and refund matrix in your operation. To say, because getting a product back into your warehouse can be expensive. So depending on the value of the product you sell, you must make sure that you work out what orders you want to refund and what orders you want to just replace as maybe a goodwill order. So you don't get the customer to pay for it, but you just return it. Let's say a product was damaged during shipping, so you return it, but you don't want the product back because it's a broken product. So there you go, guys. That's number 10. So number 11 is actually the rewards loyalty program. Introducing a loyalty program is one of the best ways to improve customer experience, because that's one of the benefits for you as a business is you get to have a more long-term relationship with the customer, and for the customer, they actually get rewarded for everything they purchase. So it's very important. So if you want to know more about rewards program, I would actually recommend, I'll leave a link in the below. I did a very substantial, very detailed video about how you can successfully introduce a rewards program into your website. So yeah, so there you go, guys. So those are the 11 things you can do to improve your e-commerce customer experience. Again, so I would say we recently, since starting the business, we have helped several organizations to successfully launch their direct-to-consumer platforms, e-commerce channels. So if you are actually in the market to either improve your existing e-commerce channel or introduce a new e-commerce channels, we will be able to help you with that. So obviously we are not an e-commerce firm, but we can help you to improve your current e-commerce operation to make it better, so you can actually have more returning customers, more long-term customers with higher sales value in the long run. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave your comment in the comment section. Otherwise, please like this video, and feel free to and please subscribe as well. If you have any questions, again, if you're looking to improve your customer experience, feel free to reach out to us. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.